What's up guys, it's Ace here, and today I wanted to make a new type of video series for you guys, and this is going to be called How to Play the Map Simplified. Now this is going to take into account all of the simple, basic things you need to do on a map to basically do most of the map. It's not really going to get into too much detail on stuff like getting the wonder weapon and such if it's a lot more complicated than just hitting the box. It's just going to be your basic things that what you want to do when you go ahead and spawn into the map, and what kind of things is kind of necessary, or it's kind of like the norm to do when you get on the map. And so today we're going to start off with 9, or IX, which is 9 again, and we're going to see how that map works and what you're supposed to do when you go ahead and spawn in if you're not doing anything like special or like crazy or anything like that. So first off, you're going to spawn in and you're going to go walk straight up, and you're going to be in this big arena thing. A lot of zombies are going to spawn in, and this is kind of, a more relaxed place. You can get your zombie kills and everything, get your points, and it's not too hard. It's very easy to train zombies, and it's not like confining at all, and it should be relatively easy. You're going to see 2 doors on your right that you can open. You can really open either of them. It doesn't really matter that much. I usually tend to go to the first one, like the closest one to spawn. And once you go through there, you can go either upstairs or downstairs. It doesn't really matter. I think if you go upstairs, it's easier so that you can access the other side also. It just makes everything a lot easier. So what I'm going to recommend you do is, first off, you open the closest door to the spawn, and then you go upstairs. And once you're up there, and if you have a decent gun, you want to buy wall weapons, because wall weapons are pretty important in this game, because there's no box there yet. I'm sure that the box doesn't spawn there yet. It spawns on the bottom floor on 9. It spawns like sort of by the Pack-a-Punch area, and so you're gonna want to buy a wall weapon so that you're completely fine for this sort of mini boss battle that you're going to want to do. It's this gong sort of thing that you're gonna hit, and you're gonna be challenged with like a challenger. And this guy, he's not like too tough, but you want to have a weapon that's not the starting weapon so that you can take care of him relatively easily. And this will help you get to the Pack-a-Punch, because you need to do 4 of these boss battles so that you can get all 4 parts to the Pack-a-Punch, which we'll get to in a second. So you have this sort of head of this champion, and you'll use that later. If you keep going, if you go around this top area of this door that you open from spawn, then you'll see a bridge that connects to the other door that we could have gone through from spawn, and if you go through there, you'll be on the top part of that section. And then you can do another challenger boss fight there if you're feeling comfortable with that. If not, you can do that later also. But know, again, that that's also part of Pack-a-Punch, and you're going to need to do that at some point so that you can get to Pack-a-Punch. And then if you go downstairs from there, you're going to be on the middle floor, the same floor as spawn was. And you'll see the door that you can go to spawn, the big arena place. You don't necessarily have to open that door, or if you want to, just make it easier so you can get back to that big, more relaxed space with zombies and everything. It'll be much easier for you later on, but if you don't want to do that, that's completely fine. If you go downstairs even more, one more level, you'll get to this bigger area. You're going to have an area which isn't too special, and then you're gonna be able to open a door from there to a much bigger area. It's gonna be like the circle place. If you watch my map tutorial, it shows how big this area is and how to kind of navigate through it. But you'll see a lot of different things. If you keep going around the circle, eventually you'll get to a spot where you can take a left or take a right, depending on where you are, and then you can go into Pack-a-Punch. Now, when you go into Pack-a-Punch, you'll see that there's just this big, kind of shrine sort of thing in the middle. That's going to be where Pack-a-Punch is, and you're going to need 2 more of the heads. If you've already finished 2 champion battles, then you're going to need the 2 more on the other side of that for that Pack-a-Punch, and it's going to be the other 2 that you can open from spawn initially. So if you go back up to the circle around the Pack-a-Punch area, you can keep walking, and right on the opposite side of where you could go down here, where you came from, the opposite side of that on the circle is going to be the places where you couldn't access from spawn. Now you can go through here because you need to access it from this portion of the map. If you go up these stairs and then you open the barricades and everything, you can keep going up until you get to kind of the middle floor, the same floor as spawn. And then if you open that up, you can access spawn, or the circle, like the middle area, like the champion arena sort of thing. And you'll just have access to that. You have to basically go through Pack-a-Punch to get to these areas, otherwise they won't open. And if you keep going up, and if you're in like the if you're still in the temple for that area, if you keep going up, there will be another champion boss battle. Again, it's the same thing. You'll have your bridge also that connects to the other side of the it goes to the other door that you can open from spawn. You have another champion battle there. You can go down, be on the same floor as the champion arena, and if you go down again, you'll be on the same floor as the Pack-a-Punch circle area sort of thing. And once you get all of these champions, you can access Pack-a-Punch. There's no like power or anything in this map, so you don't have to really worry about that. But you'll have Pack-a-Punch access. You just gotta go over to the middle of that big circle area and like be there, and then Pack-a-Punch will open up eventually, because you'll see like these 4 heads on these stakes, and then you'll just kind of go around there, hold square, and then it'll just kind of appear for you, so you can Pack-a-Punch your weapons and whatnot. So that's how you want to get to Pack-a-Punch. It's really, in this map, it's not too much more difficult than that. There's no like power or like special steps to get power. There is a wonder weapon that's a little more complicated. It's not too complicated, but I don't want to go into that because I want to keep this as simplistic as possible, so that it gets much easier to like kind of build off of this information. And what you want to know is that you'll have these like mini boss challenges every so often. Like the champions you face, you're gonna have to fight them every so often. They're kind of like the Panzer, but like a little weaker. They're not that hard to kill. And you'll have to watch out for like tigers and stuff like that. And like a lot of the places in the map like sometimes burn. There's like fire on them, like the champion arena and down there in the Pack-a-Punch. Just little things like that you have to kind of be aware of and then take care of. But other than that, this map is not very difficult. It seems a little complicated when you go down those stairs to the big circle area with the Pack-a-Punch, but it's really not that hard once you get a hang of it. And yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you guys did find this a little bit helpful, and tell me if you guys want this for other maps in Black Ops 4 or other maps in general. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't just do it, ace it, and bye-bye.